What the ever-loving film is this? How did we go from one of the best monster movies of all time to this, well, I'm struggling to think of a better word than disaster. I mean, I can, but I do try not to use foul language if at all possible. Now, for today's debacle, I present you Jurassic World, the alleged final flogging of a long-dead horse, which I am in no doubt is going to keep the video essayist community in work for a long, long time, but I do reviews, not essays, so I'll keep this brief. Jurassic World, World Hard with a Vengeance, feels like two average movies that have been badly edited together for no real purpose at all, with a dollop of Mission Impossible / Jason Bourne thrown in at the midpoint for no real reason that I could figure out. In fact, you could cut out the entire midpoint set piece and lose nothing of any real value. In fact, whilst we've got the scissors out, let's take it to the cast as well. I reckon with a quick couple of rewrites, I could have completely taken out the legacy cast and nothing really would have changed. Except, and here I don my very best tinfoil hat, there would have been nothing to put in the trailers to excite people who have very fond memories of the first, and not so much of anything that's followed. So yeah, the legacy cast can go. The new dinosaur, I think they called it Sell a Lot of Toys-osaurus, but I might be wrong. That can go. One of the plots can either go into another film or into a dustbin, and whilst I'm at it, the new score can go as well. Because why, when this franchise arguably has one of the most famous themes in history, did they not use it? Especially when what we were given was just so bland and nondescript. Because when we actually discussed both of this film's plots, they could have happened in the world of Jurassic Park, and both of them could have been interesting to develop. In one corner, you have super locusts, who are about to cause global famine but seem to have been bioengineered to ignore certain types of crop. And in the other corner, we have the tying up of that cloning plot which came out of nowhere in the last film. Again, both of these could have worked on their own. If someone could recreate an extinct dinosaur, why not clone someone's child that was taken before that time, for getting into the messy ethics of rich people probably wanting to genetically engineer their perfect children? But this film is so crammed, so rushed, so desperate to keep showing me dinosaurs and explosions and dinosaur explosions that I just grew numb to it all, without a chance to breathe, process and understand. This film is just noise. Constant, unending noise. New monsters are brought in, fought once, and never seen again, except for the T-Rex, obviously, and what I think is meant to be the new mega dinosaur for our heroes to face off against, but that's something else that can go on the chopping block since they haven't got enough time to explore or develop it properly. Oh, and if this film did have some allegedly practical models, I didn't spot them. Way too many CGI punches to the head, and I'd long switched off before the Morlocks turned up. I mean, yes, Bryce Dallas Howard gives an amazing performance, but that's about as newsworthy as Chris Pratt giving an average one, or James Corden a bad one. Oh, what I think is meant to be the human villain is in need of a complete recast and some rewriting to make them actually menacing and capable of the things that the film asks us to think that they're capable of. That person would be outmenaced by a red panda with a bit of fruit. So yeah, Jurassic World Worldfinger is a complete and utter disaster on almost every level. If you want a film where many things go boom and other things go raw, then yeah, this will do you. But if you want plots that make sense, characters in a monster movie to actually be eaten by the monsters, effects that are understandable and enjoyable, characters who are actually people and not one-dimensional bits of cardboard that just do things to move the plot along, take some serious scissors to this, and it might have made 2 passable sequels. But they didn't, so it isn't. So this is a bomb. Do not see this film under any circumstances. But what do you guys think? And what do you think is the least terrible of all the Jurassic Park sequels? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, this has been a Donkey. If you enjoyed this video, please check me out on Letterboxd.